All right, fourth grade, echo me. Twix, Twix, Musketeer, Twix. Musketeer, Twix, Musketeer, Twix. Twix, Twix, Musketeer, Twix. Ta, ta, takida, ta. Takida, takida, ta, ta. All right. Now, we are in 6/8 time signature. And that's a little different. And I'd already started this, but I'll put these back. Something went crazy with my video and it stopped recording, so that's why this is here. But we will start again and pull these out. I've cut up little pieces of paper and I wrote M-U-S-K for Musketeer on some. I have a quarter rest on some for a rest. And then I have Twix for the quarter notes. And they're actually dotted quarter notes this round. So for 3 eighth notes together, we're in 6/8 time, that's just how it works. Ta-ta-ta, or ta-ki-da, Musketeer. There are 3 eighth notes grouped together. You'll see as we go along, all right? You're smart. And we're going to start with a Musketeer. All right, let's see here. Musketeer. And we group them all together. 3 like Musketeer like that. And we're going to pull something else out here, see what we get. Another Musketeer. Musketeer. And I don't know if I said it on this video, but you guys can cut up little pieces of paper like this and write Musketeer, write a rest, write a quarter Twix on them, and then it's a way to compose. And you have 2 boxes per measure, per section. And composing means to write music, so you guys can do this on your own. All right, so our next note I'm going to pull out of my tin is actually a rest. So I'm going to put a rest there, but since we're in 6/8, we add a dot to the quarter rest, because that makes it last a little longer, and it's a really long explanation that you guys don't need to worry about right now, all right? And our next one is Twix, so that's a quarter note, or in the 6/8 time signature case, it's a dotted quarter note. So far what we have, Musketeer, Musketeer, Twix. Do that with me, ready, go. Twix, Musketeer, Musketeer, Twix. Don't forget the rest. All right, let's see what our next line is going to be. Twix, dotted quarter note. Remember, the dot adds it a little bit longer length to the sound of the note. Another Twix. And how many of these squares can we fit into each measure when we're in 6/8 time? 2. Now if we were in 4/4 time, we would have it set up to where we put 4 of those squares in each measure. Here's the next one, a rest. And we add a dot to that rest. And let's pull out a Musketeer. Kind of sloppy on my part, I'm sorry. See that there? So we've got Twix, Twix, Musketeer. Twix, Twix, Musketeer. And now Musketeer, it's kind of hard to end on that. We can do it, it's no big deal. How about though, we start at the bottom and go to the top. Twix, Twix, Musketeer, 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 Twix. I think it's nice to end on a solid, steady beat together, as opposed to ending on the... It's hard to explain. Don't worry about it. But just know that this probably feels more solid when you're wanting to end a song. But it's no big deal to end on a triplet or a Musketeer like that. So I want you to get some papers, cut them up, write rests, write Musketeer on them, and make your own rhythm. Now, I don't know if we've done this for 4th grade. I think I've been making these composition videos for 5th grade. So we're going to go back to 4/4. while I'm making this video. All right, and when we're in 4/4, how many beats per measure are we going to have? If we're in 4/4 time signature, we're going to have 4 beats. And now I want you to pay attention to this. So when we write 4/4, the time signature, there's not really a line that goes between them like a fraction would. But there is a line here, only because that's where we have it on the staff. And there happens to be the middle line. And the middle line, if you remember from last year and this year, what letter is the middle line? B. So there's only a line between those two numbers just because there is. We don't put one like that. So 6/8 would be like that. 3/4 would be like that. Okay? That's just an extra little thing that you learned today. All right, so I'm going to take my 10. I'm going to keep the rest. I'm going to take out the Musketeer. We're going to keep the Twix. That was a Musketeer that fell, so that was just fine. Musketeers go there. Musketeer, Twix, Musketeer, rest, Twix, rest, Twix. And I am going to get my Kit Kat papers, Kit Kat. Or just like Toddy. Toddy, Twix, Twix, Kit Kat, Twix. Kit Kats are 1/8 notes. So put those in there, and I should have some over here. See if I can find 1 or 2 more. There's one. There's a Twix. I'll throw a Twix in. Why not? What's your favorite candy bar? You can comment below. Mine, I like Kit Kats, and I like Twixies. I used to like 3 Musketeers, but they're not my favorite anymore. Milky Way I kind of enjoy. All right, but anyway, here we go. Let's make this. Now it's 4/4 is our time signature. Say time signature. All right, my iPad storage was running low, so I was able to delete some of those videos, and I did save. Well, anyway, you'll know this because you've been watching this video before. I'll just merge them together. But anyway, what I would like to do now is go ahead and get started composing. So we are going to start with a Twix. I did draw a rest there, but it's always nice to just start with a good quarter note because you know where to start. So how many beats are going to be in each of these measures, or how many boxes are we going to pull from this 10? 10 meaning that's not T-E-N, T-I-N, right? This container. We're going to put 4 boxes per measure. All right, so we've got a Twix there. Now we can put that rest in. All right. Now let's see what's next. Another rest. And what's next? Ooh, a Kit Kat. Kit Kats are what kind of notes? 1/8 notes. So we've got Twix, Kit Kat. All right, let's see what we get next. A Kit Kat. All right, what we got coming next? It's a Twix. What's up next? Twix. All right, what's the next one going to be? Rest. Now we're not putting dots on these rests because we are not in 6/8. We are in 4/4. All right. So there's no dots on the rest and there's no dots on the quarter note. All right. Next line. Kit Kat. Kit Kats are what? 1/8 notes. It takes 2 1/8 notes, 1, 2, to fit in the space of a quarter note. That's why we put 2 Kit Kats for 1 Twix. Twix. Kit Kat. Twix. And I just have a Kit Kat left in there. And let's see, what are we going to do for the rest? Let's do a Twix and another Twix and a rest. Ooh, look at that. I didn't even plan it, but this measure and this measure match up. And that's a composition technique that composers, people who write music, they use. They recycle some of their music. So it's good for the listener because you are familiar with that. You've sang it before, so it'll be easy. And it's good for musicians when they're playing the music because if you know, oh, I've seen that before, it's easier to play the second time. All right, I'll sing it, or you can sing it with me because you guys are smart. Here we go. Let me make sure there's no glare. There's a little one there. See if I can get rid of it there. There we go. 2, ready, go. Twix, shh, shh. Kit Kat, Twix, Twix, shh. Kit Kat, Twix, Kit Kat, Twix, Kit Kat, Twix, Twix, shh. All right, so let's clap it. Ready, go. Actually, let's pat it. Ready, go. Twix, shh, shh. Kit Kat, Twix, Twix, shh. Kit Kat, Twix, Kit Kat, Twix, Kit Kat, Twix, Twix, shh. All right, I'm not confident in myself that I got that right. So maybe you noticed that I got it wrong, so you can do it correctly. That's all I have, I think. So your job is to get pieces of paper, write Twix and Kit Kat and rests on them, and do this in 4/4. Now, when it's in 4/4, how many of these pieces of paper are you going to use per section, per measure? When it's in 4/4. You're going to use 4 in each because there are 4 beats in each measure. Now when it's in 6/8, how many will you use? You'll have the musketeer in there. You'll have the Twix, but it'll be a dotted quarter note. You'll have the rest. It'll be a dotted rest. You can just use the regular rest. And just remember when you write it down on your paper or whatever to put a dot on there. So how many boxes will you use when it's in 6/8? 2. 2 per measure. It seemed like there was something really important I was going to say there. Yeah, you don't have to have paper with lines like this on it, all right? You can just write it on regular white paper. I put those lines on there because it's kind of like what I have at school and for the times that I use it to know which notes are which. I think that may have been your grade level that we worked on that in other videos. But anyway, that's all for now.